here we go. Welcome to episode 3 of the Gamestore Guardians podcast. I remember to say it this time.
Yeah.
Right at the top of the show.
There we go.
I'm Will.
I'm Mike.
All right.
And we're starting off better.
Yes, we're starting off better. We are at the end of summer. I don't care what the calendar says. It is officially fall because I've been drinking pumpkin coffee since the middle of August.
And I'm finally home from vacation. I don't know if you can tell.
Yes, a little reddish tan.
Yeah.
Nice. Where'd you go?
Bradley Beach.
Nice. I've never been to Bradley Beach.
It's nice. It's like a nice family beach.
Nice.
For our other podcast about New Jersey beaches, we will go into that.
Exactly. Nice. So, we had a nice experience this week at the store, I think.
Yeah, it was super good.
Yeah. So, Mike and I were all set to play each other because we're always early.
Yep, I'm always set up.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we had 2 new players actually come in, so we split off and played against them.
Yeah, I happened to notice, the big carrying case of models, and they were like, they do that thing when you're new at a place and you kind of like mull around. You're like, you see somebody and you're waiting.
Yeah.
And I love seeing that in people's faces, and I'm very much like wanting to grow our community, so like I pounce on it, right? Mm-hmm. I'm like, oh, do you have Marvel stuff? Are you playing Marvel? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, come on over, And then we flip-flop tables and we had some fun games with them.
Yeah. I mean, unfortunately, I didn't bring, like, a teaching-friendly list.
That's fair. I mean, I brought Convocation and I never played them before.
Yeah, and I never played Asgard, so, I played them.
Yeah, I think it's fine. I think they seem like they had some wargaming experience. Yes. or skirmish games experience, so it's not completely, they're not completely shooting from the dark, and they had a couple games before.
Yeah, they've been playing each other mostly, they said.
Yeah, so, but, it's always nice to meet new players and help them through the game and see the spark of, like, what they want to get next, or, like, what do they want to do next. Yeah. I like that. Yeah,
it was fun. I used Asgard. You did pre-warn them that my dice rolls get stupid.
Oh, your dice rolls are ridiculous. Now more people have seen it, so it's like I don't feel as bad when you just roll all hits and crits, which you did during that game.
Yeah, poor Quicksilver got straight up murdered.
On 7 or 8 dice or something like that?
Yeah, I think it was I might have been Thor that went into him.
Yeah, you had me look over to confirm, and I did confirm that it was all hits and crits.
Yeah, with rerolls. Like it was ridiculous. I'm like Quicksilver's not surviving. He's like, what'd you roll? And I just yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Thor that did that. Thor's actually really fun to use. I've never used him.
Yeah, he's really good because he gets the charge that gets stagger, right? Like if you hit somebody, they get staggered. That's pretty good. Yeah. That's pretty good.
Yeah, and then my second game, I played against Leo. You left for that one.
Yeah, I had to leave early.
So it was my Winter Guard versus his Guardians. And
how'd you like Winter Guard?
I'm loving Winter Guard. I'm 3-0 with them so far.
Yeah, I've been reading on the Discord that there are a lot of people that enjoy Winter Guard because it's like a simple-ish kind of team, but they like always are doing the thing you want to do, like because you're not having to fish for wilds on a lot of their stuff. It just is tacked on. So like, the pushes and all the other things that you want out of the abilities, you don't have to like fish for a certain trigger. They're just getting it.
Here's the thing though, with like 3 games in a row, like I don't know if my Winter Guard is good or if I'm just lucky, because 3 games in a row I've pulled the same secure crisis.
Okay.
It's been Infinity Formula, so like I'm just flush with power all the time.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
And it helps a lot with Winter Guard. Like Crimson Dynamo is a monster.
Yeah, he seems very good.
There's people that are just like crapping all over the bear, but I love Ursa.
It's cool.
But I will say Leo has come the closest to beating my Winter Guard. Like he's getting very good with Guardians.
Okay.
Yeah. Couple of little misplays that we talked about. I'm trying to talk him out of always having the Power Stone on Star-Lord because he didn't realize that if it's in your list, you need to have it on him.
Sure.
So he thought like if you went
Yeah,
to a
I did.
tournament-
I was there for that part of the conversation. Yeah.
Yeah, like he didn't realize like if you went to a tournament, if you have Star-Lord with the power gem, he has the power gem the whole day.
Right. Yep.
So he's like, oh wow, yeah, I didn't realize that. I'm like, yeah, the old ways, before I even played, it wasn't like that.
Right.
Yeah, but no, he's the only person that has taken out Ursa so far. Just
Okay.
yeah,
It demolished me, so I mean,
Dynamo and Zemo just together, they're lovely. Like, just re-rolling, it's so fun. But yeah, I'm really enjoying Winter Guard. However, we'll talk about it in a little bit. But I am thinking about trying out Shield. But
yeah, definitely. I know that you just built them, so
yes. Right now, sitting on my paint desk, my goal for the weekend is Nick Fury and the Grunts, and then I have Spicy Strange, Sorcerer Supreme, and Clea.
Yep. Yeah, I just I finished painting up a bunch of my convocation. I was able to sneak back from the beach early on Tuesday, and I painted up Sorcerer Supreme, Strange, Ancient One, Mordo. What else did I do?
Clea?
No, I didn't do Clear yet. I did Magic.
Yeah, Voodoo.
I had Voodoo already.
I think
There's somebody else in there too that I don't remember, but
no, I think that might be it.
it might have been somebody in a different
Oh, I got you.
action. I forget who it was. But I painted up a bunch of people, and then I played Convocation. It was a good time.
Yeah, what do you think of Convocation? Because I have not used them yet.
It feels like, obviously, they're pigeonholed into Mystic attacks, so it's like very dependent on who you play, and a lot of their cards are Convocation only, so you're not like splashing a whole bunch. Although I did realize that one of their cards, I forget, they all have like weird names, right? So the card that I think it's Plains of Poldock.
Yeah, the like Dark Rain, right?
Yeah, it's like a Dark Rain attack. So, but it works for all Mystic attacks. So if you bring in another character that isn't Convocation but has Mystic attacks, they will gain the benefit of that as well.
Yeah.
So that's kind of interesting because Dark Rain is only Cabal characters, whereas you could use the Plane card with anybody that has Mystic attacks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Convocation is very big brain.
Yeah, it definitely is. I didn't use the Shadowland Daredevil tech, which I didn't find out about till afterwards, which is
Oh, yeah.
with the Ironbound books, you get to change physical attacks that are against you into Mystic attacks, and the reason you want to do that is because a lot of the Convocation characters get benefits for defending against Mystic attacks. Mystic and Doctor Strange, Sorcerer Supreme both get like something where they can change the dice for Mystic attacks and stuff like that. So that kind of stuff is why you want to change it. They also, mostly all of them, have really bad physical defense, which means that you have to come up with some interesting things for like throws, right? Because you're going to be dodging with the physical. So anyway, so Ironbound Books makes all the physical attacks into Mystic, and then if a character is KO'd, you get to put that card and make it active again.
Yeah.
So the trick is with Shadowlands Daredevil is you make a grunt, the grunt dies, you get the card back because it's somebody being KO'd, and it doesn't care if it's a grunt or a character.
Yeah.
So it's good tech. From what I hear, though, the problem is, and the problem in general with Convocation is that they're not very killy. So if you're behind, Shadowlands Daredevil isn't like pushing you forward because he doesn't deal a lot of damage. He's a very tanky character. Yeah. So it doesn't really help the game plan. It helps you win more, from what I'm understanding. Like if you're in a good position and you keep getting Ironbound Books, then it works out. But it's not going to claw back if you're on the losing side.
Yeah, exactly. But
there's a lot of spicy things in Convocation that I didn't realize straight away. So if you splash a big character on the bar with no doors, there's two sides to it. So it's like an affiliation with two different abilities. The base one, the one that you start off with, is whenever your character is damaged by an effect an enemy does, you get to place them within one.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you get to move them one.
Yeah.
So if you have a big base character, you know, from Midnight Suns, playing Midnight Suns, I know that, like, jumping a big character is a big deal. And if you're not even paying energy for it, and it's just when you're damaged by something, you do it, it makes it very interesting. You can, like, you're a lot more mobile.
Mm-hmm. And what's the other side? What's the other leadership?
The other side is super annoying. It's good. It's just, it's rerolls, right?
Okay.
But it's, you get rerolls when you attack a character that hasn't activated.
Okay.
And you also get rerolls on defense for characters that haven't activated yet.
Interesting.
Yeah. I don't know if it's good or, like, it's rerolls, so it's decent, but it's like you have to play this game of, like, attacking their guys that haven't gone yet, which is, like, I feel like a lot of the game plan of a lot of people is, like, oh, that person went, I know that I'm going to have, like, a full turn until they go again, I'm going to attack them, or they're trying to daze somebody that hasn't gone yet, right? Yeah. So it could go both ways. If it's a big character that you just need to, like, get damage through, like a Malekith or something, you're just like, all right, he's done, I'm going to, like, load into him, right? Like,
I had Malekith issues this week.
I mean, I feel like that's, like, the hot button issue. I don't know how much we want to go into Malekith other than, like, the news about Malekith.
Well, I just wanted to talk about, because I had the Second Chance CTS League. So I had round 1 and 2 so far. Round 1, I don't remember a lot because it was a couple weeks ago. I did win that game.
Okay.
I think it was an Avengers mirror match, almost, and I won that game because I had some spicy things happen. But yesterday I played, and it was Cabal versus my Avengers. He ran Malekith, MODOK, and Bullseye.
That's it.
It was 14, right?
Okay.
Is that 14? No, so.
Yeah. That's 7, 5, and 2 is 14. Yeah. 7,
okay.
7.
So I was like, all right, we're just gonna go 3-on-3. I went Black Panther, Cap, and She-Hulk.
Okay.
All right. Started off, we were locked even. It was Kree-Core, not Kree-Core. I'm sorry. Was it Kree-Core? Yeah, it was Kree-Core and Sword Base.
Mm-hmm.
So nobody found the Kree-Core for a couple rounds.
Who eventually found it?
Eventually, it was Bullseye.
Okay.
Yeah. So the way the pairings went was Black Panther wound up over here, and he deployed MODOK, and then it was She-Hulk, Malekith in the middle, and then Cap Bullseye over here.
Okay.
She-Hulk wound up dazing Malekith, but Malekith did 17 damage to She-Hulk in one turn. Yeah, and then I did patch up to
that feels
4.
Bad.
But
yeah.
I was able to daze Malekith. I lost. But, yeah. It was like under an hour. And it was just, his dice were real good and mine were a little shifty. Like, digital dice don't like me as much as physical dice. That's just the truth. But She-Hulk did lay into Malekith in one turn, like, 12 damage or something like that. So,
yeah, that's good.
So, I mean, she's very good into him, but
he's just as good into her.
Exactly. One dice spike and it's over.
Yeah, totally.
MODOK just ate up Black Panther. Like, Black Panther really did nothing. And then it came down to Cap versus, like, Bullseye, Malekith, and MODOK. And Cap was holding his own. I think he took out Bullseye. But, yeah, I just got outplayed on that one. It was a bad time. I should have gone wider.
Right.
Instead of having She-Hulk.
Yeah.
But, it was a second chance for Fun League. So I'm still in it because it's going on for another like 3 weeks or whatever. I'm just out of like the prize, but whatever. It's fun. I just like playing.
Oh, that's cool, man. Like I said, next season, now that I understand how to do the YouTube and all that stuff, I think I will probably try to jump in there.
We should probably start up like an actual Gamestore Guardians Twitch channel instead of like me just running on mine. But we'll figure that out later.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah.
All right, but since we were talking about Malekith, a couple of clarifications. It wasn't really errata.
Right.
It was clarifications of certain things.
Yeah, it was like somebody had a question and they answered it.
Yeah. and it sent the entire like MCP community on fire because it affected Malekith, but then it also like side batted Domino a little bit.
Yeah, I mean Domino. Yeah, sure. I
So,
think Domino's still fine. I don't think anybody's like really worried, but yes.
no. Let me actually pull up Malekith's card real quick.
I
So,
think the changes actually make sense to
oh,
how
absolutely.
like I thought it would play. It was very weird. So I'll go over the rules before, right?
Okay.
So it used to be that when you were using somebody like Domino or now Malekith, that you could. There was an ability that let you change skulls into crits before you do the critical success step, which means they would explode. You get more dice. It feels good, right?
Yeah, Cloak of Shadows on Malekith. I forget what it's called on Domino off the top of my head.
So you would be able to basically the idea was that you would pay X amount and whatever skulls you rolled for like the rest of the rolling time, re-rolls included, exploding crits included, any amount of energy that you paid towards this ability, any skulls during your whole rolling phase would count. The skulls would count as crits.
Yes.
So you could overpay knowing that you were going to explode.
Yes, you would pre-order a skull, basically.
You're pre-ordering a skull and hoping for one, right? Because if you're not, then you're just losing out on the energy. But it was like a weird interaction because it's like I'm going to pay 5 energy. I see 3 skulls on the board. Maybe I'll get 2 more, and then if you do, they're like, you know what I mean? You did great.
Yeah, and Domino players have been doing this forever, and because it was Domino, nobody really paid attention to it because people were just like, okay. But with Malekith and his damage output to begin with, the rules clarification now is you can still pay whatever you want.
Yes.
But, one, you have to have skulls present. Like,
yes.
You have to see skulls. You can't just be like, okay, I'm going to roll some crits. Let me just pay it and get some hope for some skulls.
Right.
And 2, it only counts for the initial skulls. You cannot prepay for exploding crits.
Yes, and from what it was clarified to me, you're not even paying for the dice. You're paying for the result of the dice.
Yes.
So if you re-roll the dice and you get another skull...
It does not count.
It does not count.
Yes.
So things like Recalibration Matrix have now entered the chat.
Yes, because the skull is treated as a crit, meaning you can re-roll it.
So now, any kind of re-rolls, positive or negative, affect those dice.
Yes. Like, what's his face? Green Goblin has the Oscorp re-roll.
Yep.
Yeah, so it was nice to get that clarification.
Right. And also, like, Malekith and Wakanda, for example.
Yes.
Right? You're not getting those re-rolls. I mean, you probably wouldn't have paid for a re-roll if you already had a crit on it, but just for sake of argument, you don't get it when you re-roll.
Exactly. And then the other little bit of clarification was official ruling of if he doesn't fit there, you can't put him there, like with the wings. Like, you'd have to maneuver him sideways, you have to do whatever. My thought on it, he flies anyway, he can get where he needs to get within range of whatever. Because even when we play with a loaded board. Like, we like it to look like a city. So yes, there's the spaces between buildings. Sometimes I make it so like at least a medium base can get in there. I mean, I try to make it so a large base can get in there so Juggernaut can run through. But even with a large base, Malekith's wings extend like an inch on each side.
And there was also another clarification I saw on the forums that I did not post, which is if you are attempting to move a character towards another character and something outside their base is blocking it, so for example, Malekith swings in this example, you are supposed to rotate your character so that character can't fit in. You can't, like, model body block characters from coming in. It literally, says from one of the devs, like you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to rotate
Yep.
your character so that the opponent can get in.
Which, like, the way they handle it on TTS is basically the wings are no clip.
Right.
So you don't have to worry about that. In real life, a little bit different. But Nova is going on this weekend in DC, which I wanted to go to, but I'm going to go next year. And they're ruling that, because, you know, people are like, well, why don't we play with the wings off? Or we magnetize the wings so they could come out or whatever.
Right.
And the ruling is you have to play the model as is. So, like, if the model has big-ass wings, you have to play with the big-ass wings on it. Because I've seen mods of, like, Skeletor on Panther and things like that. So those models now, because they stuck to the ruling. I asked a couple people. They stuck to the ruling, so you have to have the wings on it. Apparently, it hasn't really affected much down there, but there was some saltiness as far as, like, well, what if, like, I made it with no wings? But
I think that this is one of those things that will just work out over time.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? I don't think it's a critical thing. I don't think that it's going to make a big deal out of anything. No. I just don't.
It'll work out. Like I said, he has flight. He can get where he needs to go.
And specifically, the game dictates that you rotate models. For example, from my previous experience in Warhammer, blocking with the models is part of the game.
Oh, really?
Because, there's some things like tanks and stuff that their base is the outline of the model. So they don't sit on bases. So, like, the whole hull is the shape of the model. Gotcha. Is the shape of the base. So you can block, and rotating a model in Warhammer actually costs distance. Oh. So, like, if you have a tank that's and you start it sideways, you have to move it forward sideways, even though it can't roll that way, because that's how you've oriented it. Yeah, they're very strict about orienting.
Okay.
But specifically, Marvel isn't, and says that you should rotate the model to best fit your opponent's situation.
It makes sense.
So I don't think it's ever going to be an issue.
No.
I literally think that two Malekiths can be next to each other and somebody else can still get in. You know what I mean? Like, it'll be fine.
The problem is just it's the first time there's a model like this. And
I mean, they wanted to make it look cool, right? Like, it wanted to look cool. I do think going forward, like I said before, that there's somebody from the rules team that is going to, like, oversee the guy that's approving the sculpts and just be like, hey, let's not make it too big, right?
It's not going to be a problem until Odin comes out, and then he better be on his big ass, I forget what the horse's name is, his 6-legged horse. But
Sleipnir?
That's it. I knew it started with an S. I just could not think of it.
I think it's Sleipnir. I only know because of Final Fantasy. They steal a lot of Norse mythology.
Yeah. That's a whole nother thing. Alright, but in the meantime, just like you're super hyped for Hydra,
yes,
I am literally hyped for.
Are we talking about Hydra? Oh, no, Hydra.
No,
okay.
We're not talking about Hydra. We are talking about what I'm lovingly referring to as the precursor to the Fantastic Four, because goddamn, I want some Fantastic Four in my game right now.
They did pull a little bit of a fast one, right?
Yeah. When I'm like, Human Torch, and then I'm like, oh wait, no. This is the original Human Torch, Jim Hammond.
Yes, I needed you to school me on this one because I never even heard of him.
Yeah, this was, he was an android, I think, before many retcons or whatever. I think this was kind of like the original body for Vision.
Right.
Like, before Vision became really Vision. But, World War II era, part of the Invaders, which was another team, like, pre-Avengers, which was Captain America, you had Nick Fury on there, you had Namor, who was not in the game yet, original Human Torch, and a couple of other characters. But
so you're thinking that may come?
I'm thinking, yes. I'm thinking when Fantastic Four comes out, obviously you're going to have Namor come out with them, and maybe we're going to get an Invaders, which would be really cool. It would kind of be like a step probably above Defenders.
And Namor is like Aquaman, right?
Basically, he's like the first mutant.
Okay.
Yeah, he's basically Aquaman with little wings on his ankles.
Yeah. And you got to remember, I didn't read any of the comic books. I'm just like, I'm pure, Saturday morning cartoon X-Men fan of Marvel into the movies, right? So,
Speaking of which,
and Spider-Man
before
too.
we get into Human Torch, I have been rewatching the cartoons on Disney Plus while I'm painting.
Yeah,
I rewatched all of X-Men the animated series, the original.
I
Wolverine
gotta
and
get
the
on that.
X-Men, which was criminally short. It was only like one season, but it was
Okay.
so good. And X-Men Evolution, which is the most CW teen angsty X-Men I ever saw, and it was great. But now I'm in the Spider-Man from when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, so so good. Shows are so good. But I was saying that because Avengers Assemble I've kind of been watching as well, which I never watched, which is a newer cartoon.
Okay.
Show is really, really good.
I really enjoy watching Spidey and Friends with my daughter. She's
Nice.
watching the kid one.
Nice. I
Yeah.
have not watched that. Like it always pops up, but my kids.
I mean, it's kind of hard to sit through if you're an adult, but she enjoys it.
Yeah.
And I like indoctrinating her to Marvel very early on.
Oh, absolutely. When my kids were little, they used to like put on Star Wars dresses and watch like Marvel stuff. So
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. But if you get around to it, watch Avengers Assemble. That's my recommendation for this week.
Okay. Yeah.
But all right, so back to Original Human Torch. I'll let you read the stats, and then I'll go down the powers.
Yeah, you get to gush about him
Oh my
because
God, I
you're a
can't
little
wait.
bit more excited.
Yes.
All right, so he's his defense is 3-4-2. He is 5 health for 3 cost. He is size 2, and he's a medium move.
Yes. 4 energy is very nice. The 2 mystic, I
Yeah,
understand.
4 entry is nice.
2 mystic, he's an android. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how that. I don't know because Ultron's very good against mystic attacks.
True.
So I don't understand the logic. I thought if you're part robot, you're better against mystic, but
World War II tech, old tech. That's why.
Maybe.
All
right.
We'll just chalk it up to that.
Yeah.
All right. So
He's more human than you know what I mean, than robot.
yes. All right. So he has 2 attacks. First one is his gainer because it only gains 1 power. It's called Burn Baby Burn. So beam 3, 4 dice on a wild you immolate. So after each attack is resolved, the target character gains the Incinerate special condition.
Beam Incinerate seems very good.
Love it.
Yep.
Listen, there's something just deep in me. Like, even in video games, if there's a flamethrower around, that is the gun I'm using. Like, I just love it. Second attack, Nova Burst. This is his spender, and it's so interesting. All right, Nova Burst. It's a beam 2, which is odd.
It's not going very far.
Yeah, no, but 4 dice. But wait, there's more. When the attack is chosen, during the pay cost step of the attack, the character may spend up to 7 additional power. Add 1 dice to each attack made for each power spent this way. So,
how much do you think you're spending on that?
Oh my god, I'm spending 7 power. I'm going to be throwing 11 dice beams. After each attack is resolved, the target character gains the Incinerate special condition. So, if this attack deals damage after each attack is resolved, this character suffers 1 damage. So that's the downside.
Yeah, I don't think you're hitting more than 2 characters with this, though.
No, unless you... I mean, yeah, it's going to be 2 characters, possibly 3 if it's 3 regular-sized base characters clumped up somehow. You might be able to
Well, I'm thinking you're hitting 2 because they're standing next to each other.
Exactly.
And you're jamming the beam between them, right?
Exactly. So, yeah, you might take a couple damage, but it might be worth it for an 11 dice incinerating beam.
Yeah, I think that's worth it.
Yeah. Again, he does only have 5 health. So, for superpowers, we have Hit and Run, which we've seen on many characters. It is an action. It costs 2 power. This character immediately makes an attack action, followed by a move action. You can only use it once per turn. Fine. Standard.
Yeah, I think that's good for him. Because he has, normal physical defense. So you're worried about throws. And, if you're getting hit with a energy attack, it's usually at range.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not, you can't do anything about that. So there's a couple close mystic attacks. So I think it's smart for him to have Hit and Run.
So, yeah, and if you're spending, let's just say you're spending 6 power on Nova Burst, add 2 more power, so it's 8, you got to hit and run out of it. So you shoot somebody, take a little damage, run away.
Yeah.
So, I love this next one. Too hot to handle, it's 3 power. It is an active superpower. Choose an enemy character within 2 of this character. The chosen character drops 1 asset token it is holding.
That seems nuts.
Yeah. Not civilians, just assets. So it doesn't work on like Spider Infected, things like that. But Legacy Virus, Kree Core, I mean, there's not a lot of extracts because, yeah.
I mean, a lot of people play Black Cat, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So this is like his, like, hey, drop that.
Yeah.
Very nice. He has a reactive superpower, which costs 2 power. It is like touching a stovetop. When an enemy character would push or throw this character, after the effect is resolved, this character may use this superpower. The character that caused this effect suffers 1 damage.
That's nice.
I love it. It makes sense. If you're throwing somebody who's on fire...
It definitely makes sense. Yeah, totally.
If you're throwing somebody who is on fire, you are going to hurt yourself.
I mean, it does feel bad, because I'm a big Defenders player. Mm-hmm. It does feel bad when strangers pushing you from afar with magic and you still getting burned.
Yes.
But, he's a hot mofo.
That's right. He also has... Now, this one is a... what was it? Always on. I can't remember the word right now. Yeah, I can't remember.
Innate?
Yeah, that's it. Innate. Controlled burn. When this character ends in advance, it gains 1 power for each character within 2 of it with the Incinerate special condition.
That's how you build up Nova Burst.
Oh, I love it. And then
because you can hit and run.
Yes.
Right? You could use the gainer, hit and run, incinerate somebody, move towards them, then Nova Burst.
Yes.
Pretty good.
So good. So good. And then his other 2 innate powers are flight, and he is immune to incinerate, obviously.
Yeah.
And I believe nothing changes on his backside. No, nothing changes on his backside.
Being immune to incinerate is very good. Mm-hmm. It makes sense thematically, but it's also just good.
Yes, absolutely.
Because incinerate is like one of the stronger status abilities.
And I just cannot wait to use this character. Like, it comes out in like a week. Yeah,
I mean, Friday. I will say his 5/5 health, front
scary.
and back.
A little scary.
It's you have to play him a little bit more cagey, I think, than you want to. Mm-hmm. I do think that, so I get, when you look over a card and you see that they have 3 superpowers and all of the superpowers cost more than 1.
Yeah.
Really makes you think that he's going to be good in Avengers, Steve Avengers.
Absolutely.
So that's always a thing.
Yeah, as of right now, we know he is affiliated in S.H.I.E.L.D.
Right.
And we're assuming that's all he's affiliated in.
I mean, I feel like Avengers is an easy thing to splash into.
I feel like if they don't want to add invaders, they might put him in Defenders. Possibly. Okay. Just like I'm thinking Violent Steve, which is going to be the new name for Punchy Steve.
Yeah, like Violent Steve, yeah. Yes.
Makes me think of Violent Ken from Street Fighter. Something tells me he might be in Defenders too.
Interesting.
Just a hunch I'm getting. Like, if they don't want to add in invaders, it would be an easy way to add some more characters to Defenders.
Okay.
Yeah. But if you do happen to play original Human Torch and S.H.I.E.L.D.
Isn't Defenders just New York-based characters, though? Like, isn't that the theme of it? Like, isn't it,
Well, the Netflix show, yes.
Right, but isn't that what it is? Or isn't it supposed to be, like, local threats?
No, because Ilyana Rasputin is from Russia.
Okay.
Magic.
Yeah.
So...
I don't know, maybe she spent time in New York.
I don't know, she was in Westchester. But if you're going to be using Mr. Jim Hammond in S.H.I.E.L.D., there is a tactics card that comes with him that might be my favorite tactics card in the game.
Oh, I forgot to pull this up.
Yes, it's called A New Age. Jim Hammond may spend 3 power to play this card. It is a S.H.I.E.L.D.-affiliated active card. Each enemy character within 3 of Jim Hammond gains the Incinerate special condition. This round, when an allied S.H.I.E.L.D. character is attacking a character with the Incinerate special condition, if the attack type is energy, add 2 dice to the attack roll. So not only do they get Incinerate, which already lowers their defenses, If they're shooting energy, you're adding 2 dice to roll. It is all
It
webbed
seems
up for shield.
really good.
Yeah, it's all webbed up for shield, basically.
Really good. It's all webbed up with Incinerate, which
Yeah.
is strictly better than Slow.
Yes, absolutely.
I think it's great. I don't know how many shield characters have energy attacks.
We have Iron Man.
Okay, that's great.
We have Hawkeye, who can make his stuff energy.
You're right.
Hold on, let me look at my shield list because I had that information and I screwed up. Hold on. I'm using Cerebro, by the way, for anybody asking, because Cerebro is one of the best things to do. All right, so you have Agent Widow has an energy attack.
Yep.
Core Widow has an energy attack.
Right.
Hawkeye, Iron Man, and that is about it.
Okay. And whoever you make a shield member, because you can do that.
Exactly. With the initiative.
Who do you pull in?
I have 2 candidates. One, Cyclops.
Okay.
Because not only are his attacks all energy, I feel like his field leader ability, which since nobody uses Cyclops, so I'm just going to reel what field leader does. It is 3 power, active. Choose another allied character within 4. That character advances short. A character can only be made to advance by this superpower once per turn. So he has good out of activation help for other people.
Right.
He has hit and run. He has quick draw, which I played hilariously wrong last time I used it. And then a beam 5 7 dice optic devastation and a range 4 5 dice optic blast with push. Both energy attacks.
Not bad.
The other option I think is the one you might say, so I'm not going to say it. You could go ahead.
Rocket?
Oh no, Rocket's a good choice. Not who I was going to say.
Rocket's a 2 cost and he's got energy attacks. I feel like he's a good splash.
Oh my god, yeah. True, but I just...
You were going to say Strange?
No, I was going to say Star-Lord with the power gem.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah, Star-Lord with the power gem's pretty good too.
Oh, full auto all day.
Yeah.
Full auto all day, throwing out conditions, and then you team him with Agent Widow, who has that one... Agent Widow, who has that one attack that if people have conditions, she gets more dice.
Mm.
So,
you know who also might be good?
Who?
Ghost Rider.
That's true. So many shield people. so many of the initiatives.
Because I'm trying to think who plays really well with the leadership of the movement.
I
feel like Ghost Rider, his bigger base.
True.
He's immune to a bunch of shit.
Yep. Yeah, that's a good call too. But yeah, so I feel like the initiative might start getting played a little more.
Oh yeah. I think it's good.
Oh yeah. Cable. With his range 5 dice.
Cable.
Giving out Incinerate. Yeah. Cable good everywhere except X-Force. Actually, I'm lying. X-Force is okay.
I think it's fine.
I mean, Crystal has, 1 energy attack? No, she has 2 energy attacks, so Crystal's another one. And she's cheap.
Yeah. Well, that's why I picked Rocket.
Yeah.
Because he's only 2. And I mean, if you don't have Groot, you'll still be fine.
Oh, you also have Fury and the Howling Commandos. They have an energy attack.
Do they have to spend for that one?
No, I think it's their builder.
No. Wait. No, grenades.
Oh, grenades. Okay, I thought prototype. But no, I'm thinking the Hydra agents.
And it does incinerate.
Yeah, I'm thinking the Hydra agents. They have energy attacks as their builders. So yeah, I feel like Jim Hammond going to be real good, and I feel like he's going to be splashed everywhere too.
Well, the only thing is his card is shield only, so I think you try to jam in shield, and you try to jam fun things into shield.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, Rocket's a good call.
Wasp isn't bad either. Tiny Wasp has 2 energy attacks.
I'm actually surprised Wasp isn't shield affiliated. But I'm sure they're going to get more characters and...
I mean, they've been doing pretty good with characters, right? Yeah. They've been releasing characters pretty quickly.
Yes, and we have new releases next week.
At least now. I don't. There was a little bit of a drought, but
Yes.
now we're getting a whole load of people.
Yeah.
Partially because we were supposed to get Winter Guard
A while ago.
probably, yeah, a while ago.
Yes, but your boy is coming out next week.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I ordered it already.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I did. I pre-ordered it. There was a miniature market sale.
Okay.
I will say, apparently they've been bought out by Asmodee. I did not know this. And
Did they?
yeah, their shipping has been worse. I did notice that recently. I made another sale purchase like last month, and it took a while to get here. I'm hoping that I pre-ordered this, I get it in a reasonable time, but we'll see.
I think it's just that they moved warehouses, because I ordered something recently and it took like over a week to get here.
They did say that, but they also, I don't know, I'm skeptical now.
I hope not, because, well, for other stuff I can't talk about, but yeah. I don't think they got bought by Asmodee, though.
Yeah, they did.
Did they?
Yeah.
Right. Uh-oh. That might be a problem. Alright, anyway, that's a problem outside of work. So, yeah, Cap and Torch, Fury Senior, and Strucker Zola are coming out Friday.
Great.
Next Friday, the 9th. Yeah, so, and I haven't...
So, obviously, you're getting the other guys, and I'm getting Strucker Zola,
I
right?
know, I'm gonna get them eventually, but, like, I really want Violent Steve and the Torch.
Yeah.
And I want...
Are you going to get Fury Senior right away?
Yes, I want Hasselhoff, too.
Okay.
I'm going to paint him to look like the David Hasselhoff from the 90s terrible Fox movie.
Oh, speaking of painting somebody is interesting. Hold on one second.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I don't...
We got show and tell? Oh. Mike
I
left.
started... Can you hear me? I don't know if
Yeah,
you can hear me in the other room.
I can hear you.
All right. I started painting Domino, right?
Okay.
And I was like, I'm going to do something different with Domino, right?
Okay.
And mind you, she only has 2 colors painted on her, right?
All right.
But tell me what you think she's starting to look like. Can you see?
It's a little blurry.
All right. So she has a white top and brown pants.
Like a cowboy almost.
So I'm thinking she looks like Lara Croft.
Yeah.
So I'm just going with it. Apparently, the model has her in like a black suit.
Yes.
But I'm gonna paint her midriff flesh tone and her arms flesh tone and make it look like she's wearing a t-shirt and brown cargo pants.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't know. I just started painting it and I was just like, oh, this looks real cool. Okay, I'm gonna go with that.
Well, I keep thinking, since I'm close to owning everything because I have a problem, once I do own everything, I'm going to buy another core set, and I'm probably going to repaint some of my early models that I painted. But I definitely want to turn core Spider-Man into Scarlet Spider.
Nice.
Yeah.
Why don't you just strip them?
Because I want to have a side-by-side comparison to see like how much I've improved.
You just want to spend more money.
I know.
When you buy everything, there'll be what am I going to spend my money on?
Exactly. It's like, do I get into a new game now? No.
You already blinged out all of your tokens and stuff.
Oh my god, I just printed some Winter Guard tokens.
Nice.
Yeah, because my other ones that I had it was just like nail polish on...
You painted it.
Yeah, I did. It was terrible. So I designed some in 3D Builder, so I printed some out. I'm going to paint them.
That's great.
Just because I like them. And Shield came with tokens. Winter Guard didn't come with any.
That's weird.
Yeah, I hate it, but whatever. Now,
Convocation doesn't have any either.
yeah, it's also weird. Like,
very weird.
They have what? What's the green and orange one? Is that Defenders?
Yeah.
Okay, Defenders should have, like, I don't know if you remember on HeroClix years ago, they had like the little D with the yellow behind it. That was the Defender symbol.
Right.
I'm surprised they didn't do that. But yeah. Now, for our local listeners, there might be something on the horizon coming soon, being that we have a lot of players in the store. But I'm going to leave it at that because big news is happening. I just have to talk to the big man, Dan the Man.
Yeah.
Over at Red Seal. But yeah, there might be some fun things happening once a month. And we'll leave
it would be fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, yeah, other than that, I think we are pretty much done.
We'll call it Try Hard Night.
Oh my god, that's a good title. I'm trying to think of what to call it. Yeah. We might just steal comic book names. Do something fun. But yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be fun.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be good.
I'm excited.
I'm excited. It's gonna be good.
I'm excited.
I'm excited.
Yeah, because it's a long time coming.
We're building our little community locally
Yes.
and online.
Yes.
I don't know if you could call that globally. We're not really.
Not yet. Tri-state areally.
Yeah.
Because like the two new guys that came in actually heard our podcast and came in. So
I know I was really stoked about that.
Yeah.
He was like, "Oh, I think I heard your podcast." I was like, "Are you sure you heard
us?
mine?" Yeah.
Yeah, because we mentioned Red Seal, and he's like, "Oh yeah, that's near us." I think they drive from Staten Island. They said.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't ask.
Yeah. From Staten Island they came. It's
That's
about
not
an
far.
hour. Yeah, it's not, yeah, from where it is. Sounds far, not far. All right, but yeah, I think we're actually going to get more or less back on our weekly schedule.
Yeah. Now I was on vacation, right?
Mhm.
Look at the face,
Yes,
right?
and you were sick.
And I was sick. I was also sick on vacation, right? Like that. I was sick. I took like 2 vacations this summer. Both times I was sick.
Nice.
Having a 3-year-old, I've now learned about just they contract all the illnesses, and then you just get it.
Is she
You
going
know
to
what I
school
mean?
yet or no?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's going to get worse.
Yeah.
I lived through that.
I know. Yeah, I know. I've bought so much preventative medicine. I've not spent so much money on medicine in my life.
Just stacked up on coldies.
So much of this, like NyQuils and all kinds of stuff.
Little germ magnets.
I have like a bag of oh, my wife stole it. I had a bag of cough drops at my desk here.
Nice. Yeah, I remember those days. Now my kids are old. I just want them out.
Fair enough.
All right. But yeah, stay tuned in the future. We should have news next time. Not next time. Yeah, next time because whatever. We'll have news.
We'll have news. I'll have some of our episodes edited hopefully soon. I'm going to work on that again.
Yeah, the videos are coming back. I do have my TTS match coming probably this weekend. I'll put it up there.
Great.
So yeah, I've been trying to do some TTS. We got to play on TTS too. But
yeah, we should totally play on TTS. I don't know why we don't.
Yeah, we should do our podcast on TTS while we're playing. That
I would do very poorly at. I cannot multitask, so I could not do that. Right? I could play or talk, but not both.
Nice. I could do both, probably.
Not like intellectual talk, right?
No,
I can bullshit. I can probably say stupid shit. You know what I mean, and get and keep it moving. But I something would give, and it probably would just be I'm terrible at both. I probably would be terrible at interviewing, and I would be terrible at playing the game.
Yes, but we'll figure it out. We'll probably just have a fun game on TTS at some point soon. Just trying out
Definitely.
stuff. Yeah. All right. Well,
there's so many things brewing in my head that are like I don't know if they're good. And the tryhards of the internet are quick to say that's a dumb idea, but I don't think so. So I want to try it.
Many lists. I make lists all day.
You definitely make lists all day.
I do. I have my all long-moving Spider-Man list I want to try out. I have my Armor Wars Everybody Has Invulnerability list that I want to try out.
Yeah.
Oh my god! I'm probably gonna play that in the next couple of weeks just because it seems like it's gonna be annoying.
That definitely seems annoying, and I think you should play it.
Yes. But yeah, I'm not gonna be at the store this week, but I will be there in 2 weeks. So.
All right, I will be there.
Yes.
So if we have local listeners that are interested in checking out Red Seal, Mattawa, New Jersey, Red Seal Gaming, come check it out.
Or if you have any questions
34.
about Marvel, because we've had plenty of people. How many copies of Crisis Protocol do you think we've sold between the two of us?
Probably at least 5 or 6, right?
You're like, oh, what's this game? Come here, let us show you.
Yeah, there's been people that I've been like, hey, this is the game, we'll play it, go buy it, and they just didn't come back, but they bought it, so I think that's like a good thing.
Yep.
So they're out there in the world playing it, just, they haven't come back yet.
Maybe they're putting all their stuff together.
Maybe they're the person that wants to paint it all before they bring it in.
Oh, that was me. Like, it took me a good month before I had everything done. 'Cause it was my first time building a game.
Oh, I want to show off one more thing
Okay.
that I got. Okay.
He's so excited. See what he's got going. I like his little curtain with the cats on it. It's nice. You can't see that because you're listening, but you see the video. Oh! Get out of here with him. I played against Dormammu one time,
I'm so excited.
And I tabled him.
I traded out some expensive Magic cards that were in a box and decided to pick up Dormammu, Malekith, Juggernaut, and Quicksilver, Scarlet Witch because I didn't have them.
I'm shocked you didn't have them. I thought you did.
I am excited.
Yes, and
I needed the big boys.
Dormammu comes with terrain too.
Dormammu comes with terrain. He comes with a ultimate encounter that I'll probably never play, but because I always want to play the regular game if I have time.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't have enough extra time to play these ultimate encounters. We did them when we first started playing. We did them almost every week.
That's because it was only like a few people.
Yeah,
and
that was like the store was trying to like build people to be interested in, tried all these things.
I do want to play the Hello one. I heard Separation Anxiety is great. I still haven't played that either.
I played it. It's okay. It's good. Yeah, it's good. It's good. You get like symbiote powers. It gets really nutty, and you're playing against multiple people, so it's kind of like a Rumble. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All our games are like a Rumble.
It's definitely a Rumble.
All right, but I think we're gonna wrap it up here. I think we're pretty much good. So, look at his. He's so happy with his Dormammu.
I'm so happy.
He's gonna be so happy to bring Dormammu.
And I measured my case that I carry everything in, and he'll fit. So I'm super stoked about that.
Hey, my Hulkbuster just fits in my case. I'm hoping Malekith will fit there when I eventually get him, and hopefully Dormammu.
He's shorter. He's shorter.
I think there's like one
just wider
thing that's like a tiny bit higher than Hulkbuster.
Just chop it off.
Terrible.
Just magnetize it.
Yeah, well, I am going to magnetize the wings, absolutely, because I'm crazy. All right.
Yeah.
I'm going to get out of here, though. So, I'm Will.
I'm Mike.
And we will see you next time.
All right.
All right. All right. All right. All right. All right.